being off.
Who are you guys? Sergeant.
Come on.
Okay.
Then walk down.
There was no need to get physical. I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now because I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now. Sergeant 1096.
That's me.
I am walking away and you're still touching me.
You're not walking away.
I am. Am I not walking? Am I not walking away?
Turn and face that way.
You're a fucking dickhead, mate. That's what you are. Fuck off. You're a bellend.
For emergency vehicles, get off the ramp.
There's no yellow box here saying I can't block it. You're a bellend.
Move out the way.
I'm quite capable of moving out the way of vehicles by myself.
Move out the way.
When there's a vehicle coming, I will move out the way of the vehicle.
Vehicle coming. Move.
Yeah, it goes up left hand side, doesn't it?
Move out the way now.
I told you where the band is.
Fucking come on then.
Don't act like a knob.
You're the one fucking pushing me.
Yes.
I know I'm on the pavement and I'm on here now and you still fucking pushed me. You still fucking pushed me.
Don't come on.
You're a fucking bellend.
Okay, whatever you say.
Okay guys, so PTTP is here in Peterborough. Peterborough in Cambridgeshire. I came here, it must have been November, December last year, but it was quite late when I came. The station was all closed up. Did have a little bit of interaction with DC or DS Harriet, something I want to say her name was. But yeah, so I haven't actually been here while the station's been open and stuff like that, so gonna go have a little look around really. And see what's going on. So it's called Thorpe Wood Police Station in Peterborough. And we're going to pop up here and have a look around, see what's on offer in the public lobby bit. So they have advertising on their notice board. And they have the map of the city of Peterborough with the street index next to it. Cool.
Yeah, he's got this one as well. All these items are all £90, £80.
There's people that like persons. There's people that like persons.
You mean the guy?
No, the one's for somebody.
Right out of the gate, physical contact and insults within seconds. That escalated fast. Police cars revolving light when an officer makes contact. The legal question is always necessity and proportionality. Was there an immediate threat? Or was this about control? Drop a comment below. At this moment, who do you think crossed the line first?
What's the good one?
No place for hate. So yeah, there's a few people in there, so I'm not gonna video them. Got gate open down this way. Let's have a look and see what's down here. I see a sign on the end of the fence here saying that the property office is down here. No sign there. So we're on a Monday today, and yeah, so it's not open. It's only open on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, closed for an hour for lunch, but generally 9 to 3:30, and that's it. So I don't know how you would actually go about getting a detention to get to the property store. So I'm assuming you come in this way somehow. It's got like a keypad there. It's got signage saying please stand here. They've still got a sign up saying as per government guidance, please wear a face covering when entering the building, so that's all out of date. Which is a shame. Yeah, so you can see a few marked vehicles there. That one's just been left there by a constable we just saw go past. It's just been left there idling. Yeah, they got a van there, which is interesting. So it looks like that's where their custody cells are. You can always tell those windows there, they are custody cell windows.
You alright, buddy?
All good, thank you.
What are you up to?
Pardon?
What are you doing?
Thanks for photos, Nat.
Here's where it gets interesting. Filming in public, especially outside a police station, is generally lawful in the UK unless you're obstructing or breaching specific legislation. The officer calls it suspicious, but suspicion alone isn't a crime. Thinking face the real tension? Policy versus personal discomfort. Should looking suspicious be enough to justify intervention?
Around the area, what's around?
Reason?
Pardon?
For what reason?
Just interested in it, really. Matters of public interest, that's all.
Okay, it's just a little bit suspicious. You understand that?
Not really.
You don't think taking videos of secure police premises and particular police vehicles is suspicious?
Not really.
No?
No.
Fine. You stayed outside of the fence, no worries.
Obviously. No, I can't climb. I'm not going to climb over the fence, don't worry.
That's fine then.
Bizarre. Look at that number plate. I missed it. Bloody fence was in the way. So yeah, we've got the suspicion police out on patrol in Peterborough already. And as always, guys, come on my motorbike, so I'm wearing a high-vis jacket. Obviously not being covert in any way, shape or form. So yeah. Lol. Yeah, so that's where the property office is anyway. Looks like, sounds like that chap was heading out on a blue light run. Got a police van coming in at the side there. Couldn't make it up. Donuts. Love it. Just walk through with a tray of Krispy Kreme donuts. Talk about reinforcing stereotype.
This is the flashpoint. He's walking away, yet force continues. Legally speaking, once compliance begins, the justification for physical contact weakens dramatically. Force must stop when the necessity stops. If he's already retreating, why keep pushing? This is the moment that changes the entire tone of the encounter. Was this enforcement or ego?
Oh. Yeah, so this is the sort of vehicle entrance area. have a garage down on the bottom, which some vehicles go in and out, and then they've got an area at the top there for marked units. So we'll just check out the signage. Pedestrians to use front entrance, vehicle access only. I'm not accessing their site. I can't remember who it was that came in. I think it might have been Matt or Yardley maybe. I remember seeing somebody came here and they were stood on the grass verge. Obviously there's no clear boundary as to where police property starts in terms of this area. As you can see, I think where I was stood was just around the other side of that corner there. I think that's where the property office is. Got some another marked police vehicle there. Got some strange person there, sort of hovering, smoking I think. We've got a police van coming in and police car, both driven by PCSOs by the looks of it, sort of the blue t-shirt. So they got all these, quite a lot of vehicles here in Peterborough. It does have a high crime rate here, unfortunately. So I think it was voted third in the...
You need to go back over there.
Pardon?
You can't come in there. You need to go back over there.
Why, what's wrong with here?
That's the boundary line over there where that sign is, mate. Alright.
What sign?
That blue one. That you stood at before. We've had it before with auditors, mate. We don't mind you filming, but it's got to be from the boundary line.
Okay, I was just going to get a few shots of these vehicles and that was it. But...
Okay. I've asked you to move over there, please.
Okay. As I was saying, guys, so it's reported as being like the third, I think it was, worst place to live in the UK. I said the crime rate here is high.
Right, it's time to move on now.
Haven't finished.
Walking the wrong way.
Haven't finished getting me shots yet. Pardon?
Where the boundary line is. We don't mind you filming, but you need to be in off.
Who are you guys? Sergeant.
Come on.
Okay.
Then walk then.
There was no need to get physical. I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now because I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now.
Walking then?
Sergeant 1096.
That's me.
I am walking away and you're still touching me.
You're not walking away though.
I am. Am I not walking? Am I not walking away?
Turn and face that way.
You're a fucking dickhead, mate. That's what you are. Fuck off.
Now we see a contrast in policing styles. Calm, conversational, de-escalatory. Notice how the temperature drops instantly. Fire black right arrow hash snowflake hash this officer even admits the boundary isn't clearly marked. And that's huge, because unclear demarcation makes enforcement legally shaky. If you can't clearly show where private property begins, how do you enforce trespass confidently?
There's no need to fucking push me like that.
We've told you where the boundary is.
Yeah?
Get out.
And I'm walking back. Why the fuck are you pushing me like that for? You
Move
absolute
over there.
bellend.
Because of your attitude.
You're a
So
bellend.
move over there.
You're a bellend.
Get off the ramp.
Move over there, please.
You're a bellend.
For emergency vehicles, get off the ramp.
There's no yellow box here saying I can't block it. You're a bellend.
Move out the way.
I'm quite capable of moving out the way of vehicles by myself.
Move out the way.
When there's a vehicle coming, I will move out the way of the vehicle.
Vehicle coming. Move.
Yeah, it goes up left hand side, doesn't
Move
it?
out the way now.
We've told you where the boundary is.
Fucking come on then.
Don't act like a knob.
You're the one fucking pushing
there.
me.
Yes,
I know I'm on the pavement and I'm on here now and you
right.
still fucking
Stay
pushed
there,
me.
then.
You still fucking pushed
Right.
me.
Don't come on.
You're a fucking bellend.
Okay, whatever you say.
Who's your inspector? What's your collar number there?
1096.
Yours?
95, right, you've
1995. I'm trying to read your collar number. You're a fucking bellend, both you. Sergeant's my fucking ass. You wait till your inspector gets hold of this. Fucking dickhead. Yeah, what if I just come back on now? That's the sergeants of Peterborough. I walk away and they still fucking put hands on me. Absolute dickheads. So they're saying this is the boundary line apparently, despite the fact that their barriers are down there. You know, the level of de-escalation skills from 2 sergeants there was absolutely appalling. You would think that their training would be to a higher standard than that, but evidently it's not. Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, not bad. So I just want to, are you officer, are you staff here? No, do you mind asking who you are? I'm to identify myself as an officer. I'm in plain clothes today.
What's your collar number there?
1492, mate.
1492, you're based here, are you?
Yes, I am, mate. So just so you know, because obviously...
PC, DC, inspector?
I'm a normal PC.
PC, yeah.
PC.
Cool.
That's my colleague there.
No worries.
Yeah, obviously I can see you recording. Are you auditing or something like that?
Just taking some pictures and that. Is there an inspector on duty at the station today?
There'll be many inspectors inside.
Yeah. Well, I've just what I believe to be assaulted by 2 sergeants.
Okay.
So if you can get an inspector out, I'd love to report that to them. I'm happy to show them the footage.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, so the reason why.
At the minute you're in police round.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, there was nothing saying that it's private property, no unauthorised access or anything like that.
Of course, do you want? I'll talk plainly.
Yeah.
I won't
That's cool.
around. Okay. There are different people who audit and things like that.
Sure.
Sometimes people try and push buttons like that, so I'll just speak plainly.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries.
I get there's nothing there. Yeah, we've just got a simple barrier. There's no fence in there. I do appreciate that. And let you know at the moment now, this is private property. I'm sure you can appreciate we do have to keep areas secure, and secure as can be. It's not very secure without a fence there, but that's
well, exactly. I mean, there's a big old footpath coming up from the grass verge there.
In fairness, I'd say you probably do know this is private property because it is a police station. Okay?
I mean, everything in the UK is private property, though, really, isn't it? In reality.
Well, in reality, yes, it's always owned by someone, the Queen, the council, whatever, or individual.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm not a civil lawyer and all that, so I'm not going to get into that. Can't really have you around here if don't mind, okay? It's nothing because there's not hiding anything, but ultimately it's a working yard. There are vehicles that will fly out here responding to immediate
Sure. As soon as I hear blue light sirens, I'll be out of the way.
Yeah,
there's no issue with that.
I can't have you here anyway because it is a secure area in the sense of the word, but albeit without offence. And now I'm telling you that if I ask you to just go out there on the barrier, okay, there's a grass verge, you can walk up round there. You'll matter about saying you've been assaulted. Yeah, you can report that, and it will be looked into. If you've got video evidence, excellent.
Sure.
That's what I would say to anyone when I'm dealing with an incident. Video evidence is the best. All right, it's irrefutable.
Cool.
You're more than welcome to report that if you wish. Okay. Best place to do it is go round to the front inquiry office. Okay, and do it there. Is that okay?
Yeah, potentially. I might go around there at some point.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm waiting at the moment. I'm going to get every single vehicle, private, personal, whatever it is, coming in and out.
That's
it's going to be included on my footage.
But then if you could do that, could you do that from outside the private
I mean, to be fair, the sergeants actually said I was fine there. That's where they physically pushed me to.
The wasting police time angle. This is a common pivot. But here's the key point. Filming quietly doesn't become an offence simply because officers choose to engage. Engagement is discretionary. If officers initiate repeated dialogue, can that really be pinned on the person standing still? Let me know. Does that argument hold up?
And even when I was on there, they continued to push me.
If you come, I'll show you. As far as I know, and again...
So the sergeants actually said that this sign here was the demarcation of the property, which clearly it's not, because it just says pedestrians use front entrance, that's exit.
Yeah, no, that'll obviously be for notifying people who want to come speak to us where to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So there's no demarcation. That's not demarcation of your boundary.
What I was going to say is normally I use the tree line. Okay, there is no physical line. There is no it's that imaginary line. There is going to be a line somewhere which denotes the property boundary. If the sergeant has said it here, I'm not going to argue. I would naturally say I think the tree line forms a kind of a natural barrier. But then, fine,
really.
if the sergeant says that, I'm not going to argue.
But then the sergeant also saw me stood there on the very corner of the thing and said nothing either about me being there. He was literally watching me from the window for a good 5 minutes.
Do you know the sergeant's name?
1096 and 1995 were their collar numbers.
Were they a response sergeant?
They came out of that building up there, whatever it is up there.
If you don't mind, if you just stay here with my colleague, I'm going to go and speak to the sergeant up there and make sure that that's correct, that he's told me where to, he's told you to stand. Yeah. Because, like I say, I normally use the tree line because it kind of makes a natural barrier. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I understand that it does create a sort of natural barrier, but unless you have these to show me where the boundary is, and there's nothing to stop me accessing, there's nothing to say where your property starts and where it ends. So there's nowhere for you to realistically say, this is our property. You can't be stand here. You can only stand here.
But let's try and work together and be reasonable. Because
at the end of the day, you are being reasonable, and I do appreciate that. But because of the behaviour of your sergeant, I'm not going to be reasonable with you, and I'm not saying I'm going to be rude to you, but in terms of negotiating where I can and cannot stand, I'm not going to negotiate that with you based on their behaviour.
I understand
not
that,
on yours, and I want you to understand that.
Then so I'm upfront and clear with you, just so I am fair with you. Okay, I'm going to go and clarify that. All right, and if they've said wherever, I will have to enforce a level of if we say this is where the barrier is, I'll have to ask you to stand on the other side of that.
Okay, and if you force me to move physically to a place, I will check where your boundary is with the local council, and if you have moved me to a place that you have no right to move me physically, you will be liable for reprimand under that. I will be filing. They're already getting complaints of it, IOPC. And until you're 100% sure where your boundary is, regardless of what your sergeant says, because unless they can prove where your boundary is, you can't move somebody physically.
And
you can't.
I'm trying to be reasonable. Okay, so they might know.
Just let my colleague double check, and we'll come back.
I totally get your point, all right, and that's why I'm going to go and do everything I can and try and check with them. Okay, I get what you're saying there, and like I say, all I'm asking is to try and be reasonable, meet each other.
And again, and I'm saying it's not because of you, because you have been reasonable, but because of them, I'm not negotiating.
Just bear with me, all right? Okay.
I don't negotiate with assholes.
Fine, that's fine.
I'm not saying that to you about them.
At the end of the day, mate, as well. Again, I can't speak to them. I don't know. Like I say, the best way I reason it is, we get ourselves in every walk of life, all right?
Yeah, but you have a higher expectation with the police force. I mean, you guys deal with very vulnerable members of the public, and you shouldn't have the levels of that assholeness in your force.
However, and part of that is being professional, but also at the end of the day, we deal with a lot of things. Okay, we have to deal with, and not often we are meeting people who don't want to listen to us, who don't want to deal with us, even if they're trying to be reasonable. And you don't know what they've dealt with. They might have dealt with a various
but they don't know what I've dealt with either, and that's the thing. But then the way they come out to me, they came out to me and they asked me to move. I said, I'm just getting some shots of these vehicles. They watched me stand, they stood there, watched me get shots of the vehicles. Then they came down the stairs, and without further conversation, one sergeant literally just started pushing me. I started walking back. As soon as I start walking to where he wants me to walk, whether I'm walking backwards or forwards, the physical contact is no longer needed. I am moving. He continues to put hands on me and push me. He gets me to there, physically shoves me. The other sergeant gets hands on. Then I get to here, physically shoves me, tells me to move out of the road. You have no jurisdiction to move me out of the road. He tells me to move here, shoves me here. Once I'm on here, he continues to shove me. That's not acceptable.
I wasn't there.
No, you weren't. But like I said, I'm not going to lie about it because it's all on camera.
So
there's no point.
Right? But then at the end of the day, they do have powers, okay, and it's down to them to justify it. There is powers that the police have to move people out of roads and remove people from private property, as other people, civilians, can remove people from private property. I'll go and check with them. Okay, so give us 2 secs.
Oh dear. So what's your collar number, sorry?
879.
879, thank you. Just so I know who I've spoken to.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Like I said, it's nothing to do with you two, because, he has been civil and been polite, but just the way that, I understand trespassing, you have the right to use reasonable force.
Yeah.
Reasonable force.
We have to just challenge, if we see someone who's not in police.
To be fair, I've seen, I've had probably about 20 vehicles coming in and out, but people walking around to see me here. You're actually the first person other than the sergeants that have actually interacted with me.
What's your main reason for coming here today, anyway?
To take videos and footage and that, really.
Is that because Do you like the police force?
Well, that's just what I do. It's just matters of public interest. You know, we're public pay for the force, and pay for the vehicles, the site, the staffing.
Yeah.
We like to come and have a look, really.
Okay, fair enough.
Like to show people what we pay for.
And who do you work for?
Pardon?
Who do you work for?
Independent.
Independent?
Yeah. Not the independent, I'm independent. Yeah. Don't want to be done for like libel or anything like that, saying I work for somebody I don't. But yeah, I mean, reasonable force is justifiable if they come to me and they got into come up to me like you guys have, and then you started putting your hand towards me and I refuse to move, then make contact. As soon as I start moving, that physical contact is no longer needed until I stop again. Yeah. And then to continue to push me and shove me.
We don't know exactly what's happened, you know.
But no, it's not a subjective thing though. It's reasonable force is reasonable force. There's nothing reasonable. If somebody's walking away and walking to where you want them to walk, you don't need to push them and shove them. There's no need for that.
That's true.
There you go. Got that on camera. That's true.
Of course it's true. But like I said, we went there. We don't know what's going on.
But it's funny because the PC pulls up, sees the sergeant's doing it, and does fuck all about it.
Right.
You know, I find that disgraceful as well. That other constables won't step in when they see their colleagues doing things that are over what they should be doing.
So you're based in Peterborough as well?
I don't give out where I'm from or anything like that. But
Fair enough.
you can tell I've travelled. I wouldn't be walking around day to day in like this in this weather. I've obviously travelled in the.
I don't know.
But
I don't know who you are.
it's true.
Yo, how are you doing? You're right. So yeah, the sergeant has said that he's told you, and he is saying like, sort of grass verge, not onto the road, please, and no further past this blue sign. Is that okay?
Maybe.
Okay. On that, then, all right, I hear you saying maybe. At the moment, I'll leave you here. All right. Please don't do that. All right. Got no problem with you filming public, saying that's public. Okay. Got to understand that's a working yard. There's also sensitive information. There's people here, whether victims or suspects, that we can't have you going and seeing. Normal as a member of the public, that is private. Okay, please stay here. Okay. All right.
I mean, again, for you to raise with your higher ups, I would strongly suggest you get a more physical barrier fencing.
I 100% agree, but then the police, what are they keeping out? They're putting fences up, and that's at the lovely taxpayers' expense.
No, I agree with fences being around these places.
But that's the truth of it. No, to be fair, I think it should, because then it denotes it, all right? But I'm now telling you, mate, so that's pretty clear. The sergeants also echoed that, so you know, yeah? So you're saying maybe, but then if you then go past that maybe, that's you willfully then
trespassing.
I get that you've had like issues with them, okay? But then that's for your complaint, mate. Do me a favour, yeah? Because we were going off to do something again.
As I was saying to your colleague,
stop and engage in challenges.
But as I was saying to your colleague, you're actually other than the sergeants, because I went to where those vehicles are over there. You're actually the first people that have actually stopped and engaged with me, and I've been stood here nearly an hour.
Then that's bad officers, because they should, okay? But look, we're busy, we're human, we make mistakes, okay? Just like everyone else. Please don't do that.
But that's like I said, a surgeon accidentally killing somebody, say, people make mistakes, we're human. There's that room for error
but
is not.
This is a conversation about someone standing on a road or a grass barrier, not me doing heart surgery. Okay?
Yeah, but the room for error isn't there in the police.
We should make errors and we should learn from our mistakes. As should everyone, okay? But that's just the way it is. Please don't willfully do that. If they do, then they might have to look at. I don't know anything.
There's nothing they can get me. It's a civil issue, isn't it?
Because okay. Well, number one, okay. I'll just say this: wasting police time. So
I'm not wasting your time. I'm not forcing you to stop.
Hang on. Let me just say it, and then I'm going to go. All right. This is for your benefit, because I don't want to see you get arrested, and I think it probably even that then further would be a waste of our time. But we will have to take an action, all right, by doing something that causes an officer to then kind of go out of the way and waste their time doing it, and would have to engage with you and say, mate, don't stand here and have another 5, 10 minute, 15 conversation with you. That's them wasting our time, okay? So there it is, it's ticking those boxes. I don't think it would come to that, but it's just something we might have to do. Please just be reasonable, film the cars, whatever, alright? Just stay where you are, yeah? Please.
Maybe.
I'll leave it at that. Dude, just don't. Just be sensible.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh dear. Can't stop with them making...
Channel.
Not saying.
Why?
Because I don't give it out.
Why? I'm the public. I want to watch it.
You'll find it.
I want to like and subscribe.
You'll find it.
I won't try that hard.
There we go. So apparently, yeah. So despite the fact that there's no physical boundary, no proper signage to denote where the police boundaries are and where their property line is. So they're saying it's this sign, but you know, again, there's absolutely nothing to say that this is the police area. There's no barrier there. Nothing. We've got a vehicle coming in, SG12JON. I said I'm not going to be reasonable with them after I've had hands put on me to that extent. There's absolutely no need for it. But, yeah, I think this is a works van. So you can see they also put double yellow lines all up the road. But if this is private property, then they're not legally enforceable. So I'm just going to stop and check what the footage is looking like from the sergeants putting hands on me, and see what we can see before I go in. Guys, I'm not waiting around all day for that. Just going to do it through the IOPC website. Yeah, we have to do it through that way, I guess.
And this is where strategy replaces emotion. Instead of continuing the clash, he steps back and ups for the complaints process. That's a tactical shift. Page facing up the takeaway? Undefined boundaries create conflict. Aggression escalates tension. Documentation shifts power. Whether you agree with audits or not, this encounter shows how quickly unclear authority lines can spiral.